Yeah, man. Kevin Hart do that? I'm not gonna start doing that, I promise. TBB, what up, fam? How y'all doing, man? Oh, had a great week. Hope y'all had a great week. I hope y'all love somebody and hug somebody out there this week or the week before. We gonna say it to the end. But we back in the building, baby. Yo, I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. The energy behind this thing is intensely great. It's great. It's filled with intensity and it's great. The reception is crazy. I appreciate it. Love is dope. You know, I don't know what my love language is, but words of affirmation, it might be one of them because I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? As most people probably do. So thank you, man. Tune in every week. I'm going to probably say it now. It might be the format. If you haven't heard already or don't know yet, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I'm on the West Coast. So if you want to East, do your math. 10 hours. 3 hours, 10 o'clock. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Well, we still in here. I'm still in here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in with me, man. Hope y'all are trying to be better in y'all pursuits and growing and developing in life and getting better. And I hope y'all are focusing and zeroing in on something that you've been putting off that you want to do, or something you started before that you gave up on and didn't have no follow through. Go and dust it off and get back to it, or recreate the vision. If you don't have the vision, write the vision, make it plain, execute. You know what I'm saying? Intent. Do it with intent though. You gotta have some intentionality behind what you're doing. So this here is to encourage y'all to grow, because life is truly, truly all about growth and development, man. That's really all it's about. It's about growth and development. From the time that we come out the womb, we are growing and we are developing. And there is no reason, thank you, Holy Spirit. I know where I'm going today with this. There is no reason why you have to stop growing and stop developing, although some people do. And I don't know what gives you the audacity to make you stop trying and make you stop adding what you bring to this world, to the world, because you do have something to bring to the world. So you're doing yourself a disservice, and then somebody else who needed what you had, which God gave you to put out here, a disservice by not doing it. So the audacity that you would stop trying to grow and develop into something better and trying to be better on a day-to-day basis and trying to set goals to accomplish, it baffles me, man. So if that's you and you're in that place right now, stop. Get your energy back. Get your power back. Get your rhythm back. You owe it to yourself. You really, really do. To see what life is like after you answer the call and you keep moving, and what kind of energy and power that puts back into you, and what kind of new fuel and fire you get that keeps you rolling, and the level of motivation that you may need. You got to find it within yourself first, and maybe take a time to center yourself and go to a quiet space and get rejuvenated. But trust me though, you are needed, you are worth it. You have something to give, you have something to share, you have something to create, to develop, to nurture. So do it, stop waiting, go ahead and do it. Growth and development, which leads me to, when did the adult race, or whatever, it's not a group, it's a group of adults, but when did adults start being children? Please explain that to me. Because a lot of stuff I've been encountering with adults is childish behavior. When did we turn into toddlers? If we're supposed to be growing and developing day by day, year by year, I would think that would show in our behaviors and our actions and our communication and our thought process and our work life, and the way that we, encounter new people. When did we become children? Please, adults, if you are an adult, and I can't even be real right here. If you're 25, I'm sorry, you're not an adult yet. And not all 25-year-olds aren't adults. Some of y'all are extremely mature, highly intelligent, know how to handle yourselves, know how to speak to people, stay out of all the drama. But the majority of 25 and under, so they say you're a legal adult at 18, you still a child. And if you 25, you probably still acting like one. So I'm going to try to find the median. I'm going to say maybe like 30. 30, you should kind of be an adult. I think 30, you should get to the place where you're now realizing I got to do something in my life if you haven't been doing it yet. Because we have anomalies where some of these kids just get it and they off to the races at like age 16, 17. I was a borderline anomaly. You know what I mean? Like I graduated high school at 15. So I knew from the rip that this is a flawed system, the educational system. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Never failed a class. I was always on it. Well, I think I probably failed a class too in college. Chaudhry, Dr. Chaudhry. I don't know if he's still alive, but he probably is. He probably is still teaching this very, very critical math that I could not get, but he graced me with a D. So anyway, some people get it really, really early in the game, 15, 16, 17, 18, and they just flourish through life. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get to like the true adult years, man, you can't touch them. They like untouchable. And then you get some people that really don't really hit their stride until about, 30, 32, 35. I read somewhere on Instagram that men, I don't know whether this is true or not, don't really hit their true potential until like 40. I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, if that's the case, I'm not mad at it. There's a lot of trial and error though in that, but growth and development should never stop. But again, when did the adults regress, or maybe they never grew up, but regress and start acting like children? I used to work with kids back in the day, and all you would hear is gossip, lies, backbiting, arguments, aggressive behavior. I mean, the list goes on and on. Nothing on that list is positive, by the way. So when did adults turn into that? Because I've been experiencing and encountering a lot of adults where all I hear and all I see is that. Lies and bickering and gossip. Did you know they did that? And I don't know why he over here doing this, and what makes them think they can get away, and how come he's in this position. And I experienced it too. Somebody had the question why I was at in my life in a certain arena and said it to somebody else, and then it got back to me. Then they tried to come to me to ask me, and childish. I shut it down though. I told that person, like, you don't know me enough to enter into my life to speak to me about me, especially when you're trying to speak to me on behalf of a third party who don't know me neither. So can't neither one of y'all say nothing to me about me. So respectfully, I declined this conversation is what I had to tell him. I walked away. But childish behavior though. You would think that as you grow, you would grow into distinction, into esteem, and this type of valor that the nonsense and the childish behavior is behind you. And low key, it should be beneath you. But I guess everybody don't move like that. But this is why that scripture says, like, when I became a man, I put away childish things, which we can take the man part out and put an adult. But I guess the question of when you're actually an adult is probably based upon how you behave and how you perceive things consciously, like what happens in your neurosis, what gets your cylinder spinning mentally that puts you in a space of adulthood. I think your decision making can back up whether you're truly an adult. It has nothing to do with whether you paying bills, whether you own a house, got a car. Like, these are just things that people do. I had a car at 16. I was paying a cell phone bill at the same age. You know what I'm saying? I had a job when I was 13, 14. That doesn't make you an adult. Behavior patterns, decision making, response level of how you handle your responsibilities. I think I talked about responsibilities like on the very, very first week. How you handle your responsibilities can kind of dictate to what level of an adult you are, because there's definitely levels to being an adult. Like this whole everything has had an ing in it. You know what I'm saying? Life is lifing, God is godding, adult be adulting. Like, well, adulting has levels. Just because you over 18 don't make you an adult. Just because you're 25 don't make you an adult. You probably still a child. And I'm on this rant right now because I just keep hearing childish behavior come from adults. I'm like, you ain't grow up yet. Like you still want to talk about people? You still every other word out your mouth is still a curse word? You have no other communication skills? There's a dictionary in every single bookstore and it's on your phone. Like, get some intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Speak differently. But no, you want to be concerned with everything in the media and what this person said to this person and this drama over here. And then the problem is that you feed into it and then you become a part of it when you really supposed to be setting yourself apart. For the words say that we are in the world. We are not of the world. That's a bar and a scripture at the same time. I got a ratchet song that came in my head at the same time. Anyway, but I'm frustrated with it. I really am, which is why I exclude myself from a whole lot. And sometimes from people, I exclude myself from certain circles and arenas as well. And not totally, because you can't separate yourself from everything. If you're in a work environment where that kind of stuff is happening, you still got to go to work. You got to perform the task that you have to make sure that you get the financial means to continue to take care of your life. So you can't fully exclude yourself, but what you can do is be civil. Civility is a skill set, period. That's a bar too. It's I don't have to like you to be civil. But at the same time, what I do understand is that civility is a complete demonstration of my maturity and how much of an adult that I truly am. Because just because we don't get along, or I might have heard you was talking about me, or you like to talk about everybody, so I don't really want to be too close to you anyway, that don't mean that you can't get a good morning and a good afternoon or a good evening. Or if I'm going to get lunch or go to the store, would you like anything? Oh, how was your day? Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Civility is a skill set that can be learned through repetition. You got to continue to repeat it. And if you do that, life is a whole lot easier. Trust me, it is. So I don't know, man. I just thought. Because when I was a kid, like when you're kids, we want to be adults. You want to grow up so fast. But what's the purpose of growing up? Just to be a child all over again. To act like a child all over again, like you really didn't grow up. If you wanted bills that fast, I can give you some bills. Son, you listening to this? Like, because we can give you responsibility. But to get to a certain age and still be childish, I don't get it, man. I like... The age of like our wise grandparents and our wise elders is a thing of the past. I mean, some of the OGs that should be OGs, they not OGs, man. They not OGing. You know what I'm saying? OGs don't be OGing. They really don't, because they still acting like young and down the block. How you 45 and you want to act like the 17-year-old? How you want to hang with the 17-year-old? And you 45, if not to not give him jewels, but to like really be a part of his circle and like try to be like him. Like, no, what is the problem? When did the adult era take a major step back and start behaving like children is what I want to know, because I'm seeing it way too often, like over and over again, man. Like nobody's really stepping up to the plate no more, man. And it's disheartening. It's sad, because this is the era in which we live in, and how we gonna teach the next generation of the youth any of this? Like, I can truly say I had hardcore, great OGs, and I was blessed to come from that era where I had like wise grandparents, wise aunts and uncles that lived to be old enough to continue that wisdom, that can just sit back and be, let me come talk to me, come talk to me. Let me tell you something. And they always had a jewel. They had a bar for you. And it ain't had to be no long conversation. They could literally say what would take somebody probably a whole dissertation to say in like 7 words. Those days are over though. You know what I'm saying? One, because we don't listen enough, because everybody want to be talking. But see last episode or 2 weeks ago, whatever, less is more. Don't say no more than what you have to, if that. People not listening enough these days. So therefore, when they do want to speak, it sounds like it's from an adolescent and not somebody who's really getting wisdom and knowledge, and above all, like the words say, get an understanding. Don't nobody got no understanding out here, man. Like, and it's really really sad to me. It really is, man, because it puts me in a position where I'm standoffish from people when I encounter that. Because if I come in with this type of rhythm, you know what I get back? Oh, you just think you know everything. Oh, you just too good for this, huh? Oh, because you just Plato and you Nietzsche. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not. But I don't have the time to sit around and gossip like high school girls. I really don't. It's way too much that has to be done. And I got too many things I want to accomplish. And the calling on my life doesn't qualify me to sit here and entertain anything that's petty. It's not happening. I can't do it. Like, I don't have the tolerance for anything that's insequential to growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't promote pettiness. I really don't. I'm not a product of it, and I won't be a part of it. I'm not a part of any pettiness. And what I've been seeing, and less, you know what I'm saying, less astute ways, is that adults are petty, and pettiness is the opposite of like true adulthood and true distinction. You know what I'm saying? True wisdom. It's got to stop, man, because we have people that are watching us. I always say this, like, everybody's watching. You know what I'm saying? And like we definitely on a regression. Definitely on a regression. I just hope that this reaches some people and that the conversation really starts to happen, and people just really got to look at themselves. You got to do a deep dive into yourself, and who are you surrounding yourself with? What kind of stuff do you respond to, and how you respond to it can answer that question if you are not adulting the way you should be, and whether you're acting like a child. Point blank. Because we got to do better. We just got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about everybody, please. Stop all the gossip, please. Stop all the comparisons, please. Stop all the hating, please. You know what that beef between Drake and Kendrick taught me was that these are two grown, childish men. And don't get it twisted. I listen to the songs. But I only played them once though. I will disclaimer, I played them once. I think I played one song twice, the joint that he did with the voiceovers. I thought it was genius in how he did it. I know he took it down, but whatever though. When I saw it though, I was like, these are two really successful, extremely wealthy, rich, grown men acting like children. Over what exactly? I'm gonna probably get smoked for this. I don't, but whatever. It's my opinion. You know what I mean? Was it entertaining? It depends on who you ask. I thought it was childish, but people love it though, because people love controversy, and clearly they love childish behavior. If it adds fuel, if it fans the flame, fuel to the fire, it gets larger and larger and larger. My man Kiss said it the best: controversy sells, but it ain't like death. So the more childish people behave, the more people watch you. Um, I don't have time for childish behavior, man. I don't. I tried so hard to get out of my adolescent stages that how dare I reach the place and the precipice of life where I'm supposed to be an adult and then I don't behave that way. Smack myself silly because it's dumb. Period. I'm serious about this one. I really, really am, because I just continue to encounter people on a day-to-day basis, and it really, really just pushes me back and away from people. But again, civility is a skill set, and I know how to be civil. So you'll never really know, shoot, unless you watch this, you're gonna be like, he just being civil, y'all. He don't really like you because you act like a child. And it's probably gonna be the truth. But I'm saying, this is my challenge. If you're an adult, please be an adult. I don't even say, like, I don't have all the 1 through 25 bullet points on how you should be an adult. I might have to write those. I'm gonna come up with those with some of the greatest minds that I know. You know who will be great at this? Dr. Darius. Dr. Darius, you ever watch this dude? You're a great mind. Give us 25 steps on how to be an adult. Trust me, if y'all know who he is, go find out. He's fire. That's a plug I don't mind plugging. I will always plug you on the people who have jewels and have the emulation of what true wisdom, understanding, peace, and adulthood look like in our era. So, man, with that, I'm a chill. Please be an adult this week. When you go out and love somebody and hug somebody, do it in an adult fashion. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get back with y'all, and I'm going to check in to see how much adulting you've done and how much childish stuff you put behind y'all. So, anyway, with that, man, I'll check y'all next time. Love somebody, hug somebody. Already. TBB fam, we out.